Why won't ads work for me? All right, look, I hear that all the time. And I get it. When you see Susie out here who just had a 200K month and you're thinking, well, my stuff is so much better than hers. Look, I get that. I'm going to show you exactly why your ads don't work. And as for Susie, well, just let that go because frankly, it just doesn't matter. Let's roll. The first issue is likely you're selling your program and you should be selling the actual outcome. Most coaches, what they do is they lead with what's inside their offer, right? Like Voxer access or, a school community. You get 4 calls a week, get, 6 hours a call or something crazy. I mean, that's not really an offer. That's just a feature list. And frankly, cold traffic, they don't care about more access. That's not the issue. What they care about, what the result is that they're going to get, what their life or what their business is going to look like on the other side. And they'll have no problem paying you 8 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand, whatever it is, if you just tell them they're going to get what they want. And more access isn't that. That's not what they want. They just want the result that the access is going to produce, if that makes sense. So if you fix that one thing, and your offer will convert on cold traffic. Now, I know that sounds really obvious. And the fact of the matter is all my 7-figure coaches that work with us, well, we don't run a very complicated operation over here. It's really that simple. Oh boy, number 2, your budget doesn't actually match your timeline. See, if you're going to spend like $500 over 2 weeks, that's not a paid ads test. That's actually just a donation to Facebook. You might as well just give them the money. See, the algorithm needs data and time to learn who your buyer actually is. So if you cut it early, then you didn't test your ads. You just tested whether or not $500 is going to be enough to crack the algorithm. And I'll give you the answer, it's not. The bare minimum that you can do is $50 a day. That's not the goal. That's the minimum to even call it a real test. And anything under that, then you're not testing. You're just, spending money. See, I've said this to coaches and many times, and they'll just go quiet. So I've learned to get comfortable with that silence. It's time for a quick commercial. Well, sort of. I mean, this is a completely free thing. You don't even have to enter in your email to do this. So it's my Meta Ads Health Check. And all you'll need to do is come here, and obviously the link will be in the description. You'll go pick your coaching niche, whatever that is, because the numbers change a little bit depending on the niche that you're in. So on health and fitness, let's just say you're doing a webinar, or it doesn't really matter. You just pick whichever one's the closest to your funnel. So let's just say it's a webinar and your monthly ad spend's $100 a day, so $3,000. You're going to want to look up how many clicks did you get, and meaning how many people hit your landing page. So let's just, in this case, say you're paying roughly $2 a click, so that means 1,500 clicks. You ended up generating, say, 20% of those clicks turned into actual registrations for your webinar. So that's 300 leads, right? And then let's just say you ended up getting, 10 calls booked out of your webinar, and your average client value is $3,000. If your close rates, let's just say it's a little lower, say it's 25%, then that means if you look down here, you would have generated $7,500, okay, out of a $3,000 a month ad spend. So just click Run My Diagnostic. Now, I'm not going to go through all this, okay? I'll let you take a look at that so I can get back to the rest of the video. But you're going to see that your score is a 40 out of 100. And if you kind of scroll down here, you're going to see that almost everything's in the yellow here, or orange. And what that means is what you want it is in the green, okay? It's going to tell you what to do here. So if you look down here, the lead to call rate, this is the thing that you have to fix first. That's the first thing you got to focus on. So if you look at this and you're like, hey, Ben, I'm not really sure, what to do, or I need more help with this, then just book a call with me. There's zero pressure on it. It's not going to be a pitch fest. I'm not even going to talk to you about working together. If you want to work together, you can bring it up with me. I'm happy to talk to you about it possibly. But I want there to be no pressure here, and I just want to be able to fix your ads. And so click on that, do that if you want to. If not, use this as many times as you want to. All right, let's get back to the rest of the video. Okay, here's number 3. You're not giving them a reason to act right now, because see, people, they don't really procrastinate because they're lazy. I guess sometimes they do. They procrastinate because we let them procrastinate, right? And if someone can come back tomorrow and get the same thing, then that's what they're going to do. They're going to wait. And then they just don't really come back because there's no deadline. There's no limited spots. There's no reason that this offer that you just made them is going to be, any different next week than it is today. And that's not really a Meta problem. That's your problem. So let me just say that there's really two places that somebody can be. The first place is they have a bleeding neck problem, meaning they have to get it done now. They don't really need a deadline because they know they have to get it done. But most offers don't sit in that category. Now, I hope yours does, and if it does, that's great. Okay, you just need more traffic. That's all you need. But if your offer isn't truly a bleeding neck, like they got to do something about it immediately, then you've got to create urgency. You have to have a deadline, a real deadline. And, the offer goes away Friday and you make it go away. Okay. You can make an endless number of offers or bonuses and all these things. So don't think just because you do it one time that you can't reconfigure and do it again. But if you don't get them a deadline, it's going to be tough for them to take the next step. So it might be a price increase. Sometimes price increases don't work because they don't see you as the expert yet. So price increase isn't really relevant to them. But if they do see you as the expert, then great. Then the price increase will work. So you've got to give them a specific date, a specific number. You just cannot be vague. The next thing that tends to really work is a bonus that disappears, something that they really want. Now, a lot of people will try one-on-one calls. So you're just trying to give more time, more of your time to make it simple for you, really, because you don't have to create anything. The challenge with that, again, is the same as before. If they don't see you as the expert, a one-on-one call doesn't really matter. So it's tough to take that and turn that into a real bonus unless you are the established expert in your field and everybody knows it. A resource or something that actually matters is a much better way, a much better bonus. And then there's the one that most coaches skip entirely. And this is really just asking them a question. And the question is phrased something like, well, if you don't take action now, like if you don't do it now, then what's the plan? Like, where are you going to be in 6 months if you don't do something right now? And the answer is the same place you are today, except in 6 months are going to just have gone by. Now, that's not manipulation. That's just telling the truth about what waiting actually costs. I mean, if the offer feels available forever, then the decision, it just feels optional. And optional decisions, they get postponed indefinitely, right? We all know that. Now, I've seen great ads fall completely flat because nothing pushed the person off the fence. Creative was great. Targeting was solid. Nobody moved. Look, if your Facebook ads haven't been working, it probably wasn't Facebook. It was likely your offer or the urgency or the budget, or it's probably all three. I mean, that happens a lot. And every single one of those has to get fixed before you spend the next dollar, because if you don't, you're just going to be spinning your wheels and donating more money to Facebook, and hopefully you're tired of that by now. Most coaches skip straight to creative and targeting and wonder why nothing works. Now you know why things don't work. Just fix those three things and Facebook ads will work. If you leave any one of them broken, then it doesn't matter what else you do. So if you want to see how the targeting piece actually works in 2026, well, watch this next video.